Hello and welcome to today's video. Sitting here in the dock waiting to be loaded. Just started a few minutes ago, so I'll be here a little while, not too long. They're usually pretty quick. Usually get it loaded in under an hour. Want to talk for just a few minutes about whether this is a good time or not for somebody that is interested in getting into trucking as an independent owner-operator. Should you become an independent owner-operator right now? A lot of different discussions and opinions and ideas out there on that. A lot of people tell you not to do it. Other people tell you, yeah, go for it. The truth, like most things, is in the middle. You know, it kind of depends on you and your situation, as it always does, but it particularly depends on what you're willing to do, your level of knowledge, or how much you're willing to learn, how fast you're willing to learn it, how often or how much time you're willing to spend away from home and that kind of stuff. If you're willing to learn the things that you need to know to be in this business, and if you're willing to work and work hard and you don't mind being gone for a few days at a time, it's still a good time to be in trucking. You can still make good money as an independent owner-operator. But you have to be smart, you have to know what you're doing, you have to be willing to work hard, and it's going to probably require you to make some overnight trips, 2-3 nights out on the road at a time, if you're trying to maximize your money. A lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people want to be home every night, and believe me, I understand that. Most of the runs that we run, I book things where we are home. I'm home daily. I don't do very many overnight runs anymore, but I'll be the first one to tell you that makes it a whole lot more difficult to make the money that you're going to want to make and that you're going to need to make, especially if you're just getting into this business. We're fortunate we can afford to do that. Truck and the trailer's paid for. We have other income from other sources like online courses I teach and different things that we do, other parts of business that generate revenue and generate money for us. But if trucking is going to be your only source of income, it's picking up and delivering loads, and especially if you're going to be borrowing money, as a lot of people do, to get your equipment, to get your truck and the trailer, you need to be aware of your dollars and cents. You need to know what your fixed costs are going to be, what your variable costs are going to be, what your realistic opportunities are in terms of generating revenue, how much money that you're going to be able to make. And again, all those things depend on where you're operating, what kind of equipment you're operating, how much you know, for example, a lot of new independent owner operators do not understand how to look up and determine what good freight rates are and what bad freight rates are. And they also oftentimes don't know how to negotiate with brokers to get a better rate. So they will take the load at whatever price is offered or something very close to that and hose themselves out of $200-300 of revenue that they could have earned more just simply by knowing what the rate should be currently. And that does change. It depends on supply and demand, like everything else. A lot of people have some funny ideas on their worth. Know your worth. Well, your worth is what the market says it is. But to know what you're really worth in trucking, you have to know what the current market rates are, and then from there you can negotiate. Now, it is true there's different ways to book your loads. For example, some people like to do a deal where they like to put in multiple bids and try to book loads close to the last minute. As brokers are running out of time on getting a load covered, typically they're willing to pay more. So if you have the latitude, you can sit around and play a waiting game. That may be good for you. So you could get a load. Say, for example, they were trying to book a couple of days ago for $800. Maybe they're willing to pay $16 now. And that does happen. But if you waited 2 days to do that, how much money did you really make? So you have to look at the big picture, and there's always an opportunity cost as well. You can't just sit around and wait. If you have truck payments, you have trailer payments, you have all the typical bills and stuff that most people do have, you have to look at the total picture. And you have to choose things that make the most sense for you to generate the most revenue, make the most profit, so you can stay in business. So again, if you're willing to learn about the business of trucking as an independent owner operator, and do understand this too, driving skills and owner skills are two entirely different skill sets. There are a lot of company drivers that make the mistake of thinking because they're a good driver that they're going to be a good owner operator, and that's often not the case. You can be a mediocre driver and be a very profitable, outstanding owner operator, business owner, or you could be a top of the line driver, highly skilled, and suck rocks at owning your business and go out of business within a year or less. So you have to understand that they're two different jobs, they're two different skill sets. And if you're going to be an owner operator, you have to be competent at both of those skill sets. Obviously, you need to know how to drive the truck safely and be able to get it from point A to point B on time and intact, hopefully legally. Some people run up and down the road. That's another example of that. If you're driving excessive speed and you're following too close and driving too fast for conditions, speed limit and all that stuff, eventually you start picking up tickets. That increases your insurance rate dramatically. And if you own the company, you're the one that's going to be paying that difference. So even those things matter greatly. So you have to understand the total picture. You have to be willing to do the things that are necessary to make your company profitable. But and what I would say to somebody, if you don't have any experience in trucking at all, you may not even like this. You don't know that until you get into it and put some time in the seat, and enough time in the seat to determine whether it's the right choice for you or not. So what I would suggest to you is that if you're not 100% certain that you want to do this, or you want to start a trucking business as an independent owner-operator, that you consider taking a job as a company driver. Get your initial training, go to truck driving school, go through the company's internal training program, get your basic experience, learn to drive the truck, learn to do the job, get a feel for it, see if you like that part of it. While you're doing that, take some courses, attend some workshops, and I've got all those things available to you if you want it, and keep learning and learn the business side of it, and get yourself prepared. And then if you're certain you want to do this in 9 months to a year, somewhere between 9 months to 2 years, so 9 months to a year and a half, 2 years, whatever, wherever down the road that you are certain that you want to do this and that you're ready, then you might do better as a independent owner operator, because you're taking on a lot more expenses, you're taking on a lot more risk. Yes, you have more freedom, and yes, you have it's a wonderful thing to own the truck, to own the trailer, to own the company, to call your own shots. But the flip side of that is you have all the responsibility too. So if you don't get it all right, you're not going to be in business long. And the time that you are in business, you're going to be struggling and making all kinds of mistakes. So can you do it? Yes. Again, if you're willing to learn or already know the things you need to know about being a business owner, trucking business owner, and you're willing to pay the price that's necessary to put the time in and get the runs in to be profitable, yes, you can still do all right even today in the challenging conditions that we have. If you're not 100% certain, but you think it's something that you might want to look into, either start taking some courses, start attending some workshops, start studying up on it. And I would still say, if you have zero trucking experience at all, no truck driving time, it's highly recommended that you get your initial training and then start out, even if you only want to do it for a few months, become a company driver and see if you like the lifestyle, if you like doing this or not. And then if you do, go for it. Now, again, it's your decision. I understand some people don't want to do the company thing. They want to go straight into being an independent owner operator. Usually the people that do best with that are people who have some former business ownership experience. Might have been a business not in trucking, but they understand business fundamentals. They understand what it takes to do that, and they've done it successfully, either owning a business or managing a business for somebody else. And then they have studied the lifestyle enough, and they believe that they're going to like this, so they go for it, and they're successful. Some are, but I'll tell you, for everyone that is successful, there's a whole bucket more that fail when they try that route. So just be careful about it. I'm not going to tell you which one, which one to take. It's totally up to you. I've already shared with you my thoughts on it. The safer route to try it out is as a company driver, but I get it. Some people don't want to do that. They want to get straight into being an owner-operator. If you got the money, you got the resources, you got the knowledge, you're willing to take the risk, then come on in. And you need some help with that, look up Trucking Business Success. Join the Facebook group. On there, you can find out about the other courses, workshops, and things that I offer and that we offer, and I can help you out too. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Talk to you again soon in the next video.